Hi, it's Lori from the Tea on the Sun Tarot. Today I'm doing a Leo reading from July 28th to August the 3rd. I'm aware we're at July the 30th already, but I've had a whole lot of things going on. The message is still relevant. What's interesting about this message is that I actually shuffled the cards when I last did readings. And so my energy was kind of good at that moment. And so I shuffled the cards and they were like in perfect order. Because I had like a weird sensation when I had shuffled the cards and it was like telling me that they were in perfect order. And so I had all kind of obstacles that I was going through for my weekend. And well, anyway, my cards got moved and I feel like there was devil energy around me. So I resolved the problem. I figured out where my cards were. I tried to put them back in order. I'm not sure if they're in perfect order, but I think these are the correct cards out for Leo. Apparently, there's some interesting things that were going on for Leos for this weekend. Okay, I'm going to start with the cards that you see on the screen now. Okay, so the Lovers is the first card. It's about choices and consequences in love. Okay, it's also about passion, commitment, communication, and clear thinking. Okay, the Hierophant is about maintaining traditions. What I noticed is that the Lovers and the Hierophant kind of seem a little bit contradictory, because if the Hierophant is about maintaining traditions, maybe a Hierophant, a Taurus type person, maybe they would want to be traditional, say for instance in marriage, keep the roles that they're supposed to keep and keep the vows that they made maybe. But the Lovers card is the opposite of that. It's about choices. You know, these cards are kind of contradictory. Okay, so is there something going on in your life right now that's contradictory? Say for instance a person is telling you one thing but doing something else. Okay, so the next card we have is the Two of Wands, which is about partnership. Okay, so this could be about lovers or it could be about partnerships. For some of us, for some reason, our love relationship is a partnership. I don't know why. It's very, very strange, but just consider that while I continue the reading. Okay, the Page of Wands is the next card. It's about fire energy. It's about spirit and about creativity. Okay, so the Tower is the next card. It's about sudden, unmistakable transformation. Okay, so in this reading, there are a lot of strange energies of like being overthrown and having to like, I guess, find yourself. I guess that's what this is about. All the obstacles in life knocking us down and we have to get back up. Okay, so the next card is the Nine of Pentacles. It's about material comfort and financial security. The next card is the Five of Wands. It's about cooperation and support. The next card is about strength. It's courage that you have to find within yourself. The next card is the Wheel of Fortune. So here we go again, thrown again. You're either going to get the wheel thrown in your favor or it's going to kind of work against you. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune is about destiny and fate. Again, working for you or against you. And so next we have the Seven of Cups, which is about dreams, wishes, and fears. Or wishes, dreams, and fears, and hopes. We're hoping that we're getting to manifest those things that we need to manifest. And you know what? I'm going to be really, really honest. My weekend was really, really incredibly crazy in a not so good way. I've been fighting devil energies. So I'm trying to do this reading, but I might have to do it over because not only were my cards moved, but I feel like my focus right now is not 100%. So I might have to redo this reading. So just listen to this one now and we'll see what happens later. Let's see. I don't remember which card I was talking about. I was talking about the Seven of Cups, which is about dreams, wishes, hopes, and fears. I don't know what Leos have been going through, but I feel like I've been going through some Leo energies also. And what I've found is that I've been facing a lot of fears, like a lot of things that I didn't want in my life. I've been walking right into them. And I find that incredibly amazing and not in a good way. But what do I do about it? You know, I have to get through it, overcome it, and then say, thank you, Creator. I'm so glad He blessed me. I'm so glad I'm still here, you know. So the next card is the Justice card and balance. And this is what I'm talking about. we're going through these ups and downs, this domino effects of the obstacles that are thrown at us in our lives. And we have to kind of balance ourselves out. So, you know, today you might hear bad news. You got to balance yourself out. Tomorrow, or honestly, probably 3 days later, you might hear more bad news. Balance yourself out again. So the next card we have is the King of Pentacles. It's air and earth. It's Taurian energy. It's about stability and comfort. So far we had the Nine of Pentacles, which was about material comfort and financial security. And then we had now the King of Pentacles, which is about stability and comfort, okay? So there are issues going on in this. It might be related to who are your partners, who is your spouse, who is your business partner. So we do have some areas where we're doing okay, okay? But let's continue to read and see if we continue in this good prosperity energy, prosperous energy. Okay, so this is now the Nine of Swords. It's about nightmares. It's about, again, your fears. We're dealing with fears coming against us. What are we going to do about it? How are we going to stand against it? Okay, so then all of a sudden here's the devil. The devil is in our space. We've been fighting devil energies. I've been fighting devil energies, you know. Okay, the devil energy card is about, the devil card is about dark and shadowy side of humanity. Okay, the next card is about temperance. It's about balance and grace in regard to opposing forces. Okay, so say for instance, you're trying to be prosperous, but every single time you turn around, something's knocking you down. How do you balance that out? Okay, so the next card we have is the Eight of Cups. It's about forgotten dreams that someone else is going to claim. You know, it's kind of the feeling like where you divorce somebody and all of a sudden they start acting right after that, you know. Pay attention to the choices you make in regard to the partnerships and the love relationships that you're getting into right now, and make the best decisions you can make in regard to who you're choosing and why. Don't forget to pay attention to the red flags so that you don't get yourself into more trouble. Because remember, your fears are trying to come against you, so you don't want to play into someone's game and walk right into a trap. So be aware. Okay, now we're at the Nine of Wands. This is the Wounded Warrior card. It's about being resourceful even though you have a lot of pressure. Okay, the next card is about the Page of Swords. It is an air card. It is like Gemini energy, and it's about being versatile and being a quick thinker. Okay, now we're at the Four of Wands. It's about new beginnings and strong foundations. The last card, and remember we're talking about partnerships or love relationships. So it's almost like we're working through this roller coaster, going up and down, up and down, up and down. We finally reached a point where now we're ready to begin anew, like rebirth, begin anew on a strong foundation. Okay, so we're going through this process of finding ourselves. And the last card from this deck is the Sun, and it's about conscious action, I guess, toward the goal. Your goal, not toward your fears. We want to put our fears away from us because we've seen our fears too much lately. We don't want to worry about anything anymore. We want to take conscious action toward our goals. Okay, now the next deck of cards I'm going to take you through is over here. Okay, let me fix this. Okay. Okay, I don't know if you can see all of them, but okay. So the first card that we have is Fruition. It is about a time of harvest. That's the first card, and it's a high energy card. The next card, like I said, I had these cards, they were in perfect order, and they sat here for like 2 to 3 days. So I probably have the right cards out, but they may or may not be in the right order. They're mostly in the right order as much as I can see. Hopefully you get the message, okay? Surrender. And I didn't want to shuffle the cards and do it again because I was in different energy like 2 days later. Okay, so fruition. The next card is surrender. Let go of what you don't need. This is regarding the new moon. We're letting go of things that we don't need. We're kind of being forced to because we have to go through all these obstacles. So now patience is the next card. It's about slowing down. The next card is about darkness. Again, the devil energies that are going on. The darkness card is about being introverted, I guess, and looking within yourself and trying to figure out what is going on. What do you want? What's working against you? What's working for you? And which direction are you heading toward? Okay, so, well, honestly, darkness is about fighting those obstacles. Okay. Okay, the next card is beauty. Rid yourself of clutter or disagreeable situations. Again, the same theme of getting rid of what we don't need or being forced to get rid of what we don't need. Okay, the next card is will. Don't steal other people's free will and don't let other people steal your free will. Okay? The next card is growth. And I might want to say about will, some of the issues that we're going through right now, we may not have control of the situation. So say, for instance, if we're talking about a business partnership, you may know what you want in the relationship, but the other party won't agree to the terms, and so that might be a bit of a frustration. Maybe that's something that you're dealing with right now. So make sure that you don't give up what you need. I guess you have to negotiate. I guess that's what it's talking about, negotiating. Okay, the next card is growth. That's kind of obvious. And then the next card is extremes. It's about handling crises with a calm and resilient nature. Okay? And as I stated to you, I'm feeling Leo energy. So there have been some extremes in my life, you know? And what we have to do is stand against those obstacles.